Kia ora guys, gals and legionnaires, Rycon here and welcome back to the stream. Now, before I get started, we have had some technical difficulties to say the least today, and already I can see that we're having potential difficulties. There is a chance that sync might be slightly off, but hello everybody, it is good to see that everyone has been able to make it along thus far. We did do a stream earlier on in the day of Cataclysm, and for some reason there were some hiccups along the way, and it seems like we're still going to be having a few hiccups, but I'm trying to iron them out the best I can. I wanted to just have a chat before we get going today, before we get started, just so everyone knows exactly what we're going to be doing. So we are going to be sitting down to record some RimWorld. At least that is the idea. That's what we're going to be attempting to do. There we go. Things should be a little bit lit. I'm just changing some priorities in the background. There we go. We got there in the end. We've managed to have some lunch in between. But yeah, we're going to be sitting down to record some RimWorld together. And we're going to be doing 4 episodes all up, if everything goes okay. Now, unfortunately, RimWorld is at a place at the moment where we are going to be having some lag. I guess I didn't anticipate us to get the colony as big as it is now with as many people as we have, but it seems like we're at a point now where we've got so many people, we've got so many animals and things like that, that everything's a little wild, to say the least. But with all of that being said, I think we're still going to be able to make it work for the time being, and that's the main thing. I don't know how long it's going to be until the... Oh, you had me muted. I thought I was muted. That's happened today already. I've been muted a few times. So there is a chance that my microphone might drop out. I honestly, I don't know what's causing it. It's just been one of those days today where when anything can go wrong, it does go wrong. So, yeah. I think an offshoot colony would actually make it worse, because then it's more processing it has to do in the background, so yeah. I don't know how long it's going to be until version 1 releases. That's when we're going to be starting a new series in RimWorld, so we are going to be making some decisions today, so we're going to be making some tough decisions that we've had to make for a while. Now, we're not going to be able to immediately do them, but I think we're going to attempt to become less impartial towards the current war that's going on. I was really hoping that we were going to have more of an interaction between the rebels and the Empire, but we I honestly don't know why that's happening, but thank you for letting me know. That this is the strangest thing. Of all the other streams we've done so far, we haven't had that happen at all. So it's intriguing to see. Well, essentially what I'm having to do is just flick between inputs. So as to why it decides to just stop working like that, I don't know. But I'm gonna cross my fingers. I mean, like, we're only less than 5 minutes in at this stage, but I'm going to cross my fingers that it's going to be able to hold for all 4 episodes that we're doing. Otherwise, it'll just get annoying. Joshua, we might see something like that in the future, so stay tuned on that one. No, so it's not like an auto gate or anything like that. It's actually not recognizing the input for whatever reason, and there are a number of things that could be causing that, but I've kind of checked all of those things off the list right now. It is just gremlins in the system for some reason. Today has been one of those weird days for it. I think it's because, like, I'm not feeling great today. I injured my back this morning when I was putting together the light setup that I have here at the moment, and yeah, it's been a rough day. I've been taking painkillers to try and help with that, but it's been challenging my focus a little bit, so if I'm a little out of here, that's why. I'm dealing with injuries currently. Ugh. Not quite as bad as RimWorld injuries, but you know. I am having a good day. Even with injuries aside, I am still having a good time. That is an interesting mix of things. That is a real interesting mix. Unfortunately, nothing like that, Elon, but, well, yeah. That's true. I've got you all here to look out for things for me. So if anything does go wrong, you can let me know along the way. I'll keep my eyes peeled for them. Use the @Rycon. That's the easiest way for me to immediately see if something's wrong. And that'll help us get through this together. Because I do really enjoy playing RimWorld live like this. But it does mean that it's a little bit more difficult to edit out mistakes and the rest, but yeah. Yeah, I think maybe that's in part why we're having so many issues, as well as perhaps because of mods, but it's also the size of the map. I probably shouldn't have gone for a map as large as we've done, but yeah. I mean, because there's a trade-off. You've either got like high population or like a larger map, and yeah. Oh, just wait until tomorrow, Asher. Tomorrow's episode, well, I mean, it's a different kind of tension and things. There's some good stuff that goes down. But we're going to be getting started very, very soon with RimWorld, and yeah, fingers crossed that it's going to be okay, that these technical issues are going to roll away, and that I'm going to be able to pull on through. Yeah, I did go for full planet. Honestly, I didn't think that was gonna... That's just generation, though, so it doesn't actually add anything afterwards. It doesn't make it any worse. It's just when you're generating it in the first place, that's when it can take a little bit longer, so, yeah. Okay, Alfred, we'll keep spoilers away, don't worry. We won't ruin anything. We'll just do ambiguous spoilers. Okay, alright. We're going to jump into RimWorld, get comfortable, and look at getting started. So, everything should be going okay over here, and that it does seem to be. Yay. Okay, everything seems to be okay, which is good. Yay. Now, unfortunately, whenever we go to, like, third speed in this, it does suffer a fair bit. So that's something that we're just going to have to watch out for, and... well, yeah, just see how we do exactly. But just to make it clear as well, yep, Erlen, that's fantastic. We'll try and keep things on the game as much as possible. If you want to have chats relating to something else, the Discord is a great place to take that to. But we are going to be doing 4 episodes today, so you're going to see me finish the episodes. So if I say goodbye, don't worry, it's not actually goodbye. That's just me saying farewell for the time being. But we're going to get this thing rolling. And Asher, yes, no spamming. We'll all behave, we'll all be well. Okay, let's get this thing underway, and we'll see where RimWorld takes us today. Alright, let me start recording first. That's a good idea. Let's do that. I'm a professional, you know? I do professional things, right? Okay, alright. Let's get this underway. Kia ora, guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back. I'm going to do that again. I think even I'm having trouble today. Actually, speaking of that though, we do seem to be having a little bit more trouble with RimWorld. I'm going to give it a second or two to just kind of like get the gears rolling, because it seems to be a little bit more sluggish than it usually is, and I don't like it. I don't know why it's doing this today. There is a good chance that things might be dying behind the scenes. Potentially. I hope that's not the case. But our colony is at a point now where we have so many things going on that it could be creating issues. I might just have to have a little bit. There are quite a few mods going on in the background. There's mods, there's population, there's essentially everything that's causing it to have, you know, potential issues. It's also streaming at the same time can cause some issues. We've been lucky so far. But in saying that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust things here a little bit more. I think I can just drop this down. You may notice a slight drop in the quality of the stream, but it's going to free up a little bit so that our machine is able to... we'll just give it a second to get its feelings back. Blood Mime, it's been good to see you here regardless though. The live streams are happening, but we do have a few technical difficulties today that we're kind of working our way through, to say the least. But yeah, I'm generally the same thing, Pip. For the most part, It's difficult to get that balance when streaming, but I feel like we're a little bit better than where we were at before, so we're going to see if we can make this work. Unfortunately, if it gets any worse, and I'd hate to do this, I hate to say this, but we may need to take it off live streaming, because live streaming, it does add an extra element of stress on the machine as it's putting things out. So if it puts in too much, then we might need to do this offline, which sucks, but we'll give it a go, and we'll see if this is able to work, at least for the first episode, and we'll see where we stand after that. But we're going to jump into this thing. We're going to do it for real, and well, we'll see how we do, eh? We'll see how we do. Kia ora, guys, gals, and Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Star Wars: A RimWorld Tale. And, well, we are doing okay in our colony, a little bit better than okay. We have a large number of people, we have a pretty damn decent amount of food. However, these things aren't going to last forever. I have kind of teased offline that we might not be remaining impartial to the wider battles on this planet for that much longer. So we may be making a stand of sorts against the Empire and their ways, but we'll see how that goes, because like right now we're at peace with them, but that might not last. Now, unfortunately, RimWorld is running a little slower than normal, in part due to the number of pawns that we have on screen. We have a lot of animals as well. We're kind of towards the end game, and things are going to be running a little bit slower. That and the fact that we're streaming this as well, so it's going to be a little finicky to say the least, but we're having a marriage. Okay, we're having a wedding ceremony. Well, that's fantastic. Triton and Mirror are getting married, so that's actually a really good way to start things off. So, well, we'll see how we go there. I imagine it's going to be taking place in our little council hall. Let's go ahead and just fast forward and let everyone kind of try and filter on in here. And well, at least this is a nice thing to start things off with. I mean, it's a good day. I'm hoping that everyone's going to be able to make it as well. Well, yeah, I'd hope at the very least that Mirror is able to make it, because she's kind of a necessary part of this thing. There we go. Okay, Mirror has arrived. And let's see. I think they're going to be getting married here, so we're all just going to gather in and around this area, but it's nice to see everyone in one space again. I think we're just waiting for some of the others to arrive before it actually gets underway. I can still hear some work going on though. And saying that, we do have our guests here as well, so I think Celeste is the last one to make her way down here. Okay. Let's get the ceremony underway. It looks like there's some movement happening. I think they're going to be partying for a little bit before. There we go. They are beginning their marriage ceremony. So everyone seems to be finding a seat over this way here. And there's a... What a time for an escape pod. Well, that's just going to have to wait for a second. Looks like Solace and Dana ran off as these two are getting married. The others, Anson and the others aren't wanting to stay, but we're going to watch the little ceremony take place. And then we're going to rush outside to try and see if we can save this person. Hopefully they can hang on for just a little bit longer while this ceremony takes place. I would imagine they are exchanging vows. They're talking about seeing eye to eye. I'm assuming that's what it means. Yeah, I mean, she's 230, right? Is that correct? Is that how old she actually is? Yep, she's actually 230. There we go. They are now husband and wife. Cool. Cool. Okay, well, seeing as that's done, let's go see who's crashed down here. Stomp. Okay, Stomp. Let's have a quick read of Stomp. Very neurotic and outdoorsy. A feline scientist. Okay. It's interesting, to say the least. I don't know if it's what we want in the long term going forward, but it's something. It's something. You know what? We're going to save Stomp for now. I don't know if we're going to outright recruit Stomp, but we're going to save Stomp. And I'm actually going to send Mirror to do the saving. And the reason being, she's the fastest out of everyone. So she's going to be very, very quick to get there because she's on 2 bionic legs. And so she's going to be able to essentially fly. We'll see. We shall see. It looks like everyone is going to be partying there for a little bit longer though, so maybe it was a little mean for me to pull Mirror away from that, but I imagine the call came through and she decided that, nope, the best thing, the most important thing for me to do right now is do that, and for some reason we've just jumped out onto the planet. So I'm going to allow that to to generate while we wait, and we'll see what we can do. I've actually just noticed now that there is part of my screen showing, so let's go and get rid of that while we wait, hey? There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, alright, so we'll just jump back in here. I think clicking on the portraits for whatever reason does make it go out to the world map. For whatever reason. Is that fertilized? It's unfertilized. Okay, so we can eat that one. God, look at the boars. They're doing their thing. We're going to have more. We're going to have to do another culling. But we'll make sure that Mirror gets stomped, brings him back in, make sure that he's nice and safe, and we'll see where that takes us. But yeah, you'll notice that once we get onto speed 3, that it just kind of, it skips a lot as it's doing it. It's definitely not a smooth speed 3 because of, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of the things behind the scenes that makes it get to a point where it starts to chug like that is the social systems behind the scenes, so yeah. Oh dear. Looks like we've actually got a fair bit of beer here as well, so we'll be able to get even more silver from our guests, and ideally someone will go and see to Stomp soon. Yeah, let's just make sure that Stomp is actually going to get some kind of, yeah, he is. He's going to get some medicine from us. But yeah, I think it is time that we do a little bit of a culling as well. We do it quite often, but we still seem to have a fair amount of them. If we have a look, we're getting even more. We've actually got a lot of them that are really good haulers. So I'm just going to go through here and we're just going to start to slaughter as we do. Because we already have, we have a lot of boars that are already grown. I mean, like, look at this. This is just crazy. That's a lot. It's a lot. Inspired recruitment. Well, I mean, it's kind of good, but we're not going to want to recruit our friend. Well, I mean, maybe we'll ask. I don't know if we want to take on another person right now, especially someone that I don't think is going to be able to help us out too much. I mean, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. But, yeah, I'm not sold on that just yet. Boars. I think we do want to try and take out some more. I don't want to go for the super young ones just because we're not going to be able to get as much from them, but yeah, we're going to be doing quite a bit. Yeah, so I don't think it's not mods that has an impact on the speed. It's more the amount of people that we have on here as well. That, and also, like I've said before, because we're streaming this. Okay, grateful and would like to stay at our colony. We're going to reject... I did want to have a look at some of his skills before we made up this decision, but we're going to reject him for now. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit more selective. But look, he doesn't have to just walk away. Why doesn't he stay and rest until he's healed? You dummy. Stomp, what are you doing? He's going to bleed out. He's bleeding all over our floor. This poor naked guy... Oh dear. I don't think we would be neutering our animals in part. That's the reason we have them, is so that they can have more babies. Yeah, essentially. We could capture him, but we'd kind of be arresting him, so... Let's see, can I just straight up capture him? No, we'd need to like beat him into submission to be able to capture him. We can arrest him. I don't know. Tyler, the thing is, like, if we create a new colony, this one will still be active, so it's the same thing. It'll actually be worse because then you'll be running 2 colonies at the same time, so yeah. Unfortunately, it's also just the map size. Like, when I go out full, you'll see it's like, it really chugs. We didn't need a map size this big. And the thing is, I don't have a bad computer. I've got a pretty good computer, but it doesn't seem to have an impact, so yeah. Let's have a look. Death in 8 hours. Alright. It may create a war, but we'll try and arrest him. Yeah. The entire faction will become our enemy. So just by trying to help him, we may, in fact, start a war. But we're going to do it. We are going to do it. Oh dear. This is, yeah, I know it's a tough choice, but we don't want to see him die. So even if it does mean others... Okay. He refused to be arrested. And, I killed him. Okay. Well, I don't think arresting him was the best idea. Oh, dear. Okay, well, so that probably wasn't the best idea for us to do that. But... well, okay, it's been done. There's nothing we can do about it now. Yeah. Alright, thank you, hauling balls. Yeah, it's been a pretty bad day for him. He crash landed on here. We tried to help him. He decided he wanted to leave. I'm like, no, you can't leave. You need to rest until he's healed. And he's like, no, I don't want to leave. And he just throws himself onto my lightsaber. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. A little bit, right? Yeah. God damn. Okay, well, it is what it is. Yeah, that's totally what happened, Blood Mime. It's totally what happened. 100%. God damn. What I can say the good thing about this whole colony, this whole experience has taught me is about trying to manage. It's the same thing as like when you're playing through Dwarf Fortress and you kind of get to the later game stages and you can see how it gets. Like now I'm aware that having like a massive farm isn't really, you know, so possible. The more animals that we have, obviously the more it's just going to make this thing start to like slow down, and I've been seeing it happen slowly over time. So it hasn't so much been the people that we have here. It has in part, but it's more been the animals that we've been getting along as well. Are they helping cut down trees for us? I think they are actually trying to cut down trees so that they can plant the grass for them. I mean, that's really nice. Something that I noticed actually before we started is that Solace, if you have a look, her animal handling is on 19. She's almost maxed out the skill, so yeah. We maybe could have forced healed them, but it's difficult to know what's going to happen for sure with that. If he was patient, we would have been fine, so yeah. I have marked the boars to be killed, so they should start to get slaughtered. I'm hoping that Solace will get in on that soon, so that we might see an improvement in this episode. We'll keep our eyes on it and see if it does start to become a little bit more manageable, because right now this yeah, not so good. Yeah, we do need to pull them right back. I'm wondering if we need to pull it back further, and I think we do. I think we're going to go for a lot of the young ones, because the thing is, they are able to breed at such an incredibly fast rate that we are unable to keep up with them. So that's all of the young, essentially. We've got a lot of cows now as well, so we could probably... well, the thing is, I wanted the cows for milk. Yeah. So we're making a sacrifice. I'm actually going to go to work orders and just make sure that there are some more people on animal handling. Actually, see, yeah, no one's number one on handling at the moment. Which should definitely be Solace. Why is she not doing animal handling anymore? That's bizarre. I don't know how that's changed. Yeah, that needs to be her number one priority above negotiating, because it's something that's not always happening. So what's going on? That's weird. Some weird things happening. Can I explain? No, I cannot explain. And no, we only have one bull at this stage. I don't know if the calves are male or female. I probably could check that though. Anyone else that I want to have coming to help with handling? Anson's got a passion for it. Cyrus is pretty good with animals. Yeah, let's go ahead and put you on 2. Growing is still his priority, but yeah, I want Solace to get out there to start getting this happening, if possible. We're planting some more of the grass down for our animals as well, so I guess we'll, you know, we'll treat this like Thanos. There's going to be less of them, and there's more food for them to go around, so they'll be better off, right? Yeah, that's how it works. Alright, Solace, are you going to be doing this for us? Slaughtering wild boar. Okay, good, she's heading down to do it now. Oh, some of them were actually wandering quite far away. I guess that's okay. I haven't noticed them getting killed by cobras, so that's alright. Okay, Solace, do what you need to do. And what's kind of sad is that our hauling boars are going to be the ones that come over here to pick them up. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. They're all going. They're all going. Yeah, the 50-man siege? I know, yeah. Well, that's the thing is, he's part of the Spaces faction, and the Spaces faction are very, very powerful. So we'll see what happens. Actually, if we have a look at factions, we'll see if we did actually notice any change there. The Dogman, Bloody Scorpions. You know what? I haven't seen a change. So I'm not sure what'll happen there. But animals are being slaughtered currently, which means that our meat situation is going to be a little bit more under control. Let's see, are you still doing your thing, Solace? Oh, you're having a break to have some juice. That's fine. $300-man siege, yeah. Could very well be. And now you're having tea as well? Come on, Solace. We need those boars murdered. Relaxing socially? Alright. Needs to be done. Let's stop prioritizing. Actually, there's lots of them close by. Make this fast, eh? Apparently we can't. There we go. Go for that one instead. Let them do their thing. Yeah, the boar genocide commences. Oh dear. Wow. Yeah, 3 speed with all of this going on. Not super easy. Okay. Oh, you're gonna have a break? That's fine. You break if you need to, but afterwards, prioritize slaughtering the boar. I'd be intrigued to see how our Jedi would do against large numbers, because they are very skilled at this point now, so they should be able to hold themselves. We'll see. Exactly, yeah, half the boars. Actually, it's probably going to be less than half. We're really starting to lower their numbers here. I think she's wanting to rest, but we are gonna go through and make this happen. It's while they're sleeping as well, so I guess it's a kinda way to go. I feel bad because it's all the young'uns. Yeah. And it sucks because Solace is so... Oh joy, oh joy. The fun we have, the fun we have. Ah dear, ah dear. Well, look, we're getting there, we're getting there. I think we've got through most of them at this point. There are still some around though, so we'll try and track them down where we find them. Ah dear. It's been a day for these things. It's been a day. I think a good restart would sort this problem out. What's actually causing it? I'm not sure. Could be anything. Could be anything. Yeah. It's definitely just gremlins today. And finally, boom. We might have some more to do, but it's lowered our numbers a fair bit. Border 66, Asher, that is amazing. Very, very good. Alright. Solace, you just cruise along. Let's see how you do. Get you up towards here. God damn, it really doesn't like this, does it? Alright, off to sleep, off to sleep. The married couple are on their honeymoon. We're gonna fast forward throughout the night. The boars kind of do work like cats. They seem to breed like them in Dwarf Fortress, that's for sure. And we'll just let the night go past. I guess another thing for us to consider is that we do actually have guests here at the moment as well, so yeah, that's also going to be a factor. But still, it's more noticeable now than before, and I think it is in part due to us streaming this. It does put an extra element of stress on the machine as it's trying to work these things out. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that RimWorld does strange things with threading. Like it's not properly multi-threaded, but what can you do? What can you do? We just hope for the best and let time roll on by. That's what we do here. And try not to move the camera while we're going on level 3. I mean, they almost breed as much as rabbits. Close to. Damn, that's burning. Well, Bolo's awake. The rest of them are starting to get up as well. We don't actually have any missions at the moment as well, which is something that I was kind of looking forward to doing a little bit more. I've seen as we have our little launchers now. We haven't had any chance to use them other than that one mission, so I'm hoping that more things like that will pop up, because we've had to turn them down in the past. Something else that I should be able to do as well is probably turn off these generators, because while they have been providing us fuel, I don't think we need to have them on anymore. I mean, we've got 2 geothermal generators, which are adding in a huge amount of charge. I hope it's enough. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on our electricity, because we do have a number of batteries getting stored up here as well. So we'll just keep our eye on it. A wild boar is pregnant. Well, would you look at that? God damn. There's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. And another one is. Well, there you go. I mean, that just goes to show you, when you reduce the population, life finds a way. Okay, we do actually have more to be marked still, so we'll see. Pregnant boars. This has just been Star Wars. The whole thing, it's been leading up to this. This is the real challenge. Destroy the base? That could potentially do it. Unfortunately, that's not what's causing it. It's everything else. Yeah. Alright. We are on speed 3 at the moment as well, so things are going to be a little slower. You're attending a meeting, alright? Well, attend away. Okay, more visitors. That's probably not exactly what we need right now. On escape convict. Is it just one? An escape convict from the rebels is visiting us. Okay. You got a few items to trade. Alright, I'll take that as a maybe. More olives, okay, good. We'll take them. The olives are kind of cool because, I mean, it's treated just like a olive tree. It just stays there. We don't have to replant ever, so it's actually pretty useful. Didn't actually realize how useful it was before. Cyrus and Triton having themselves a little meeting. I imagine Triton is passing on words of wisdom to Cyrus, who is now kind of leading things here. Bolo is doing the tough job of butchering all of our boars, which there's a lot there, so yeah. I don't think it's any better. I don't think it's any better. We still have a lot of animals as well, but the boars were definitely the largest population out of all of them. I mean, it's a little better. It's a little better. Still not where I would want to have it at, though, but what can you do? There's only so much. It looks like they're actually starting to consume the grass as well, which is nice, so where they're not focusing on eating other things just as much. And saying that though, we do actually have a lack of kibble down there, like a quite severe lack of kibble, so ideally we would see more of that getting made. We've got the resources to be able to do it. We actually probably need a bit more of a hay harvest to be able to get that done, but we might just have to start supplementing it with other foods to let them do it, because right now, more importantly, our huskies are what use meat. Well, they don't eat hay just by itself. They need to have some form of kibble, so yeah, we'll need to keep our eye on them, make sure that they don't starve, because I imagine they're probably, they're doing okay for now, but we'll need to make sure that kibble actually does happen. We could kind of use boars as currency, potentially, in some kind of strange way. We could, yeah, that's true, but they don't sell for much, unfortunately. Yeah, they don't sell for much at all. Nice, good, eating the grass. Look at them go, clearing things out. Oh, hang on, though they're eating silage. Ah, I didn't know you guys could eat silage. I learn something new every day. And look at that, we've got even more chicken eggs coming along as well. I mean, the chickens were good. I kind of wanted to have the chickens for that reason, but yeah. Yeah, we could unrestrict all the huskies. I think that's probably a good idea, because if they get killed by cobras, then while it sucks, it's not the end of the world. So we'll just make them unrestricted. Poor Spago, though. Spago's still out. And she's been pregnant forever. She hasn't been able to have this baby because of the brain injury that she's got. So sad. So sad. Oh dear. Yeah, force-bred boars. That's certainly what it's seeming like at the moment. And Cyrus and myself are spending a decent amount of the time working on planting these fields so that all of our animals have something to eat. Just sowing some grass. Unfortunately, the spread apart grass isn't as nice to look at. The dense grass that you can place to essentially make lawns isn't edible by animals, which is weird. But what can you do? It's alright. It's alright. It does look a little sparse when you're doing it this way, but it gives them essentially free food that's going to keep on growing back, so you might as well plant it. And it does make this area a lot clearer as well, which is kind of what you'd want it to be. We want to have less places where the enemies can be hiding. At least that's kind of the idea behind it. Murray, you're making stuff for us as well, and it sounds like, yeah, more butchering is going on. And that's okay. It's okay. The population bounces back so damn quickly that it's not something that really has a major impact on us. Same thing with the chickens as well. Like, the idea with the chickens would be to keep them alive, but just start consuming the eggs. So, like, take them out of the cycle when there's enough of them. And it's kind of getting to the point now where there's enough of them. I think we're very nearly there. We've actually got we've got 3 cockerels, so we don't need that many. So, you know what? I'm actually going to mark these 2 here. Cockerel 1 can stay. No, actually both cockerels. We keep the rooster. Yeah. Sorry, buddies. But just keeping those numbers down. No, there hasn't been any fallout today, but the next episode of Frost, without giving anything away, it's I'll just say it's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. That's the only teaser I'll give away for it. Oh dear. Okay. It all seems to be okay. I don't know how much of a morale hit it's gonna be. They're doing what they need to do. They're doing what they need to do. But yeah, you're right. The boost in the wedding will definitely help. I'm not slaughtering any boars that they have like attachments to. So all of the ones that could be considered as pets, we're not going to do that. So yeah, they're safe. They're safe. Things maybe seem a little bit better, but it's still not where I'd want it to be for RimWorld. But it could be a number of factors. It's difficult to know for certain what could really be causing it, but yeah, Let Bolo finish up in there. We're going to have enough meat for a while. That's one thing, I suppose. Yeah, I think it will a little bit. Oh no, Stomp has been eaten by Yorna. Poor Stomp. Stomp hasn't been having a good time. Not at all, not in the slightest. That is, that's unfortunate. Poor bugger, poor bugger. Oh dear, what can you do? That's true, Aelin. Aelin, it's gotten rid of the evidence. Yeah. Oh dear, poor guy, poor guy. Oh right, so this is our visitor, right? So let's get Solace to go and have a chat. See if we can trade. See what Ryoki has for us. Actually, it's more like Ryoiki? Ryoiki? Yeah. Let's see what she has. Could be something amazing. We don't know. She's an escaped prisoner, so I'm not sure for not certain what she'll have. Let's see. Okay. Alright. This is essentially things that we can sell her. No, actually, I lie. These are things that we can buy. No, they're things that I can sell. What am I doing? There's nothing rare that's jumping out at me there. She only has 36, so... No, there's nothing that we want to trade there. She doesn't have anything interesting. Oh, there was a relationship happening there. Well, actually, now that I remember it, there is an ongoing relationship with Giselle and someone, I believe, under social. Yes, Ace of Vanquish. That is such an edgy name. Oh dear. Ace of Vanquish. Who is the lover of the queen, like the queen of their people. Yeah. So, it's complicated, to say the least. Alright. Everything's fine. And we have bumped this up to intense as well, and things have been relatively... Well, they've been going relatively okay for us for the most part. Yeah. Not too bad, all things considered, and that meat is gonna see us well for a good long while. Now the animals are gonna be able to come in here and have munches should they need to, and I'm okay with that. The huskies need to eat, that's okay. But guys and gals, that's where we're gonna be wrapping up today's episode. RimWorld isn't quite running as good as I want it to be able to run, but sometimes, well, yeah. It's not where I want it to be at, unfortunately. I might try and do some tests to see if I can get it running better. It might just be that live streaming isn't going to work with it, because in the past when I've tried to use OBS to record with RimWorld, it's never really worked out that well. Usually I have to use Shadowplay, which seems to run a lot better with it, so it might just be that it doesn't like it. So we'll have to see. But that's where we're going to be wrapping things up for today's episode. I'm going to be ending it here. I've been Raikon. You have all been awesome, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Okay, so that is the end of the episode. Now, usually I would roll on into the next one. However, in saying this, there is a chance that the live streaming side of this is what's causing the major issues. And, yeah, I want to be able to keep live streaming this. I do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to at the stage the colony's at now. Things are pushed so far, and I don't know whether or not it's going to be a good idea for us to continue streaming it at this point. And I know that sucks. Like, I know some of you really like to watch this live, but I think for the benefit of the series, for... you know, quality control as well, because that's the thing, is like, I want things to be good quality. I never want to take a quality hit. And for the most part, moving both Cataclysm and RimWorld to being a live stream series hasn't really taken away. But I think in this instance it has, and I hate to end a stream early. I know some of you are ready for like another you know, good few hours at this, but I think we're going to be wrapping things up here, and I'm going to try for the next block of episodes, I'm going to record those offline, and they should theoretically be running a lot smoother, or I should be able to get them to at the very least, and we won't have microphone dropping in and out and stuff like that. It's been so much fun hanging out with everyone today, and I apologize to end things early like this, but yeah, I want things to be the best quality for you to be able to watch. I don't want it to be substandard. That's the last thing that I'd ever want to happen. So yeah. I do want to attempt a new colony. We will be doing that, especially with when version 1 comes out, which is quite soon. So yeah, that's true. A 2 PC setup probably would work well for streaming something like this as well. I push mine as far as I can go, so I am going to just jump in, do the rest of the episodes now today offline, but it's been awesome hanging out with the rest of you. This recording I'm going to have go up separately, so it's not going to have this explanation in it, but for those of you who are watching it live right now, you'll be able to see this, and eventually this episode will go down when the new one comes up to replace it. But that's been me anyway. I'm going to have a little bit of a break and see if I can figure out exactly what's going on behind the scenes, but thank you for putting up with the issues that we've had today, because we've had a few of them. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end things there. I've been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.